Yo, what up? It's your boy j.o.d.
Fitting in with the crowd. So this message came from KJ Lines Fit. I'll post her Instagram on the description bar, and if you could see right here, you can read it. I'm gonna read her caption. Quick reminder that not everyone is gonna be on board with what you're doing, and that is okay. Quit trying to please everyone and stick true to what feels right to you. It's so freeing to just be your most genuine self and do it for you and not anyone else. It's also okay to be open to change. Don't feel like you always have to fit a certain mold or persona just because of your past choices or other outside influences. Thursday sipping that tea. Yo, before I go into the conversation about this main topic, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Right here, click it right now. Make sure you hit the bell that you get notifications every time I upload a video. Make sure you hit the like after the video to show that you love the video, that you can show me appreciation that you like the video and the other videos that I posted. Make sure if you haven't yet, go ahead and check them out. If you got Instagram, make sure you go and follow KJ Lines Fit for this inspirational caption that she wrote down. Yeah, so let's get into it. When I read that caption, that message, all I could think about is middle school and high school years, because that's the time where I was caring so much of what people think of me. So I would always want to do things to feel accepted into the crowd, into a certain crowd. Some was hit and miss. I mean, I would have different friends for different things, but I never felt like I fit in to the crowd. I always feel like I was the outsider. Every time they do something, they always get invited. I don't really get invited as much as my other friends would be in that certain crowd. Or I would do so much extra that I feel like, wait, that's not me. But what am I doing it for? Because I'm trying to fit in, trying to have people like me. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, then you should not be doing it in the first place. Just because you want to get accepted, that's something you should not do, because then you're not being your true self. And that's what she was writing about. Be your true self. Do not change. Do not be someone that you're not. But then once I hit college, that's the time where I didn't really give a care anymore. I'm not trying to cuss it, so I kept it clean. If they like me, they like me for who I am and what I do. I'm not trying to do things that they want me to do. If I don't feel comfortable doing it, I'm not going to do it. And if they don't like it, then they could just move on. Because if they're trying to force something upon me to do something I don't want to do, that's a no-brainer for me to yeah, kick rocks. Go ahead, do your thing. I'm going to leave and find someone else that I don't need to be pressured to do some just to get accepted. And you guys should not try to do things to get accepted into a certain crowd. No matter if it's middle school, high school, college. Do your own thing. Because you'll find people who has the same views, who has the same personality as you, do the same things as you. If you're a gamer, you like watching anime, you're a homebody, you don't like to go clubbing, you don't want to go parties. If that's not for you, that's not for you. If that's you, then that's you. If you're, like I say, if you're a person that likes to play games, or you're a gamer, you'll find a lot of people that are like that. Stop wasting your time and energy on trying to make people happy or trying to make people like you. You're not going to get everyone to like you, to appreciate what you're doing. You could be doing something simple and you'll always have someone hating on you. Let them hate on you. Let them be mad. Let them be not happy for what you're doing, because those are the people that you want to leave behind. Surround yourself with people that support on your choice in life, or the choice and job that you're doing. Whatever you're doing in life, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, continue to do you. Do what you need to do to make a living. If you got kids, make a living for you and your kid. You're living your own life. You're not trying to do things to make people happy. If they ain't paying your bills, don't mind them. Continue to live your life how the way you are. Finding yourself. Once you do that, no matter, and it doesn't matter how long it will take you to find yourself. Still be trying to find yourself like myself. Your true self, or your true identity, what makes you happy. You'll need to figure out what's that. And then once you do that, then everything else will not matter no more. You will not care so much of what people think, what people say, how people feel about you. If you know what you're doing is making you yourself happy, making you feel good about yourself, then continue to do that. Do not let no one discourage you from continuing to do that, to live your own life, to be better yourself. Only you control that. Only you can make yourself happy. If that's what's making you happy, continue doing that. And the last part she mentioned about growth. Focus on personal growth. Everyone needs to continue to do that. Everyone needs to continue. Even myself, we need to continue to be able to grow. If we're not growing, then we're not learning, we're not getting better, we're not trying to get better. Not just for ourselves, but for the community, for the society, for the world itself. Once we have people growing together instead of growing apart, once we start growing as one, we can make this place, we can make this country better if we continue to grow. But it's always got to start with yourself. So if you're not growing, then you can't expect someone else to grow if you're not growing. And you can't force someone to grow or change if you're not changing yourself. You got to be able to open that. Don't blame others for not changing if you're not making the change yourself. So that's what a lot of people's problem is. They expect people to change, or they're mad that people are changing, but yet they're not changing themselves. Making changes is good, because it shows that you are growing, that you know what is good and what is bad, what's good for you, what is good for you and your partner, what is good for you and your family, and what is not good. You gotta eliminate those bad things and create more positive for you, your partner, your relationship, your family. And that's why I say making changes is not always bad. Yes, it's hard to accept changes. We see this every time in this world, but then you have to look at what changes are being made and try to adapt to it. If you're not adapting to it and you blame people, you blame the society of, man, I don't like this, I don't like how they change. Do you ever stop and think that, wait, I need to change the way I think about this certain thing, that I need to learn to accept it and try to figure out how I can make the change with it. Because if you're not with the change, then there is no solution to it. You're only creating problems, so you don't want to be the problem. You want to be a solution. The change is part of the solution, not the problem, unless you don't accept that. When we're talking about personal growth, we got to look at it every aspect of it. So let's look at it in the workplace. For personal growth, when it comes to improving yourself, when it comes to your weaknesses at your job, like saying you importing files or using Microsoft Word, Excel, whatever, just the Microsoft Office set. Like, say you're not good at it, go in and start practicing more at it. If it's not just at your work, but if you got that at home, go ahead and do that. Other personal growth that you could look at are questions like, what are things that scare me? How can you overcome something that you're afraid to do or you're afraid to accomplish because you are fear of either rejection or people making fun of you because you did it wrong or you're not doing it right? And that goes all the way back to, do not let judgmental people scare you, or even just the thought about it. Just don't mind them. Do it whenever you're ready to do it. Don't let someone force you to do certain things that you're not comfortable yet. You will know when's that time for you to do a certain thing, for you to try a roller coaster if you haven't, like myself, to do it on your own time. Even though I wasn't really doing it in my own time, because backstory, it was a bet I lost. I put myself into that situation, and if I haven't really done that in the first place, I don't think I will ever rode a roller coaster. That is something I always look back and feel accomplished, or doing something I was afraid to do. Other personal growth you could look at are questions like, what am I grateful for today? What's the one thing I cannot live without? What do I wake up every morning to do? What do people closest to me admire me for? What do people closest to me wish I would do more or less of? Continue to improve yourself. Continue to do what you want to do, not what others people think that you should be doing, or they're not accepting you because you're doing that. You live a certain life, you live a certain way, you dress a certain way, you look a certain way. Do not let that discourage you from continuing to do that, because you will find people out there that are like you. Those are the people that you want to be friends with. And if those people that you're already friend with are judging you for who you are and how you act and what you're doing, they're not really your friends to begin with. It's time to look at yourself in the mirror and see who's your real friends, because you are not alone. You will always find someone in the community that feels the same way as you, that are the same gamers as you, live the same way as you, same personality as you. Stay true to yourself, accept who you are, embrace it, because someone out there will like that, will appreciate you 100% more than your friends or other people who are judging you because of what you do, as I said before, or what you are. Do not let that distract you from doing what you need to do in life. Continue to pursue what you need to do. Be happy, be humble, love yourself. That's all you got to do, is love yourself. Know who you are, be true to yourself. Do not put a fake mask on to make someone happy. And a lot of people are like this in relationships. Do not do things that is out of your comfort zone just to make people happy, make your partner happy. If you're happy doing it, then that's great. But if you're not happy and you're just doing it for them to like you, that's a big no-no. That is a big nah. Next, shout outs again to KJ Lines Fit for the caption. I'll make sure I put her link into the description box. She makes good quotes. I'm going to continue reading her message every time, and in the future use more of her posts to make videos like this for Thirsty Thursdays. So thank you for watching again. Appreciate you guys watching and tuning in every Thursdays for Thirsty Thursday, sipping on that tea with DJ j.o.d. Make sure, if you haven't yet, make sure you go and hit the like button. Before you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. But I appreciate all my new subscribers who've been subscribing lately. Make sure you hit the bell that you get notifications every time I upload a new video. Hit the like button if you haven't yet. Go ahead and do that. My beautiful people. Yes, I'm talking to you. You, and you. You in the back. Move forward. Yeah, I see you. Come up in the front. You are beautiful. Make sure you guys take care of yourself and each other.